Hi, this is our 5th music lesson, and this is the last lesson where we will be focusing on our 3 notes that we've been learning so far on the treble clef. So we're going to do a quick reminder and go over those 3 notes, and then you have a little quiz at the end to see how well you have learned your notes. So we're looking at the treble clef, and we're gonna count how many lines there are in the treble clef. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines on the treble clef, and our notes are on the first line, just under the first line, and on its own special line. So let's put down our special line. And who can tell me what note goes on this special line? Which note? Is it C, D, or E? For those of you who said C, you are correct. Let's put C. Then we had our note that goes underneath the first line, just underneath the first line, right? Just underneath that green line. What note is that? If you said D, you are correct. Good job. Then we have our last note, which is actually on the first line of the treble clef. What note goes on the first line of the treble clef? If you said E, you are correct. Good job. We are going to use our C, D, and E guide to help us figure out what notes are over here. I am going to do 6 notes over here today, and you are going to get the chance to tell me what they are. This is going to be our first note. Be good music detectives. Use your guide, use your clues to help you figure out what note this is with its own special line going through it. Is it C, D, or E? Good. It's C. Very nice. Here's our second note. Use your clues to help you. What do you notice? Is it on the special line? Is it underneath the first line? Does it have a line going through it? What note has a green line going through it? If you said E, good job. Here's our next note. Be music detectives and use your information to help you figure out what note this is. If you said C, you are correct. Let's move on to our fourth note. Here is our fourth note. Use the guide, use the information to help you figure out what note this is. If you said D, you are correct. Let's do 2 more. What note is this? If you said E, you are correct. 1 more note to go. This is our last note for this video. Use your clues. Which note comes just underneath the first line of the treble clef? If you said D, you are correct. Give yourself a round of applause. You only have 1 more activity to do in this lesson. Enjoy. I'll see you back here next week for our first lesson on the bass clef.